right, Jack. So welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your very busy schedule. Now I know you're really busy, girl. You're busy the way I want to be busy, but I'm not busy like that yet. So yeah, tell me. She has not told me anything.
No,
she did send me a picture because I was like, you got to show me what this guy looks like.
Yeah.
But I haven't really spoken to you other than a couple of text messages back and forth because I really wanted to get the raw reaction from your story. You know, I really want to hear this. I really want to hear this, and I want this to rub off on me. So talk to me. What's going on?
It's funny because a lot of people are giving me shit. They're like, why haven't you posted a picture? And I was like, no, there's so much mal de ojo out there. This feels too good. I don't want anybody to mess this up.
You don't want to mess it up?
I don't want any outside comments, forces, negativity. Like, no. I mean, it's still fresh. So literally it is the person that we spoke about at the end of the last podcast that we did, which was in January.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Timeline.
Okay, let's rewind. So what did we talk about?
So we mentioned that I might change my age range on Bumble. I went older.
Oh, okay. Now I remember. Now I remember. You were like, Monica, you were taking my advice.
I was.
A little older is mo better.
So I had some failures. Like there was one guy that I went out. I didn't go out with him. Sorry. There was one guy that I had connected with that was 51 and he seemed like a lot of fun. Turns out he was like a karaoke DJ at the age of 51 who drove a Ford Fiesta. I don't think I mentioned that on the last podcast. I know I mentioned it on Story is Life.
Okay.
51 years old, karaoke DJ, Ford Fiesta. But not just any Ford Fiesta. Like Ford Fiesta with a body kit that put $15,000 into it and admitted this.
Like he never grew up. Like the movie Big with Tom Hanks, you know?
That might be an insult to Tom Hanks and the movie Big. And I was just like, no, dude, come on, you know? So... You know that I do love karaoke too, and luckily we don't go to the same places, and he doesn't DJ where I go. But I was like, what the fuck? You know, how is there still... So
you went out on an actual date with
this guy? I did not go out with him.
Oh, okay.
The minute... I mean, he was proud of his Ford Fiesta. And I'm not materialistic. I don't give a shit.
You're not.
But I just think, again, like I go back to maturity and having things in common. And
I think that's the key factor here. It's like, okay, is this something that I can work with, right? Like that's how you need to start looking at everything.
Exactly.
Is this... something
that aligns to my lifestyle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and it wasn't. I mean, props to him that he's happy because I believe everybody should chase their dreams and be as happy as possible. And if that's what makes him happy, more love to him.
Right.
But I do not see myself, and I think it's difficult enough, right, to even imagine aligning your life to somebody, let alone a karaoke DJ that's 51 years old and drives a souped up Ford Fiesta. Like, I didn't see us having a lot in common.
Right.
So that was a no. I had one guy, of course, un cubano de esto, like echado pa'lante, that I thought he was like pulling my leg, and I thought it was like a fake account and he was trying to catfish me. And he's like, oh, you're Cuban, I'm Cuban too. And I was like, okay, so háblame en español, you know? And he did, and then the shit that he said, I was just like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? Mm-hmm. Very forward about what he wanted, finds me on Instagram, starts sending me like all of these compliments.
What did he want?
He just wanted sex. He wanted to give me his cintura. Porque la brujería se hace por la cintura. If you're in Miami, you had to have heard that stupid song.
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, we'll play it for you later. And I was just like, look, guy, we're not looking for the same thing. And he's like, well, you're not looking for fun and adventure and pleasure? And I'm like, yeah, but not in that format. So I was kind of surprised to see somebody a little bit older acting that way also.
How old was this one?
He was also like close 51? To 50. It was between, I think I had changed my range from like 48 to 53. I think that was as far as I was gonna do.
Girl, that's like ancient for you.
That's just, it's 10 years older than me. I'm about to turn 43, so that's as far as I would have gone.
Yeah.
And nothing, luckily, this gentleman, because I can even go back and say that he was respectful from the beginning in the way that he approached me, in the way that he asked me for my number. Like, he even said, if you feel comfortable, here's my number. You know what I mean? We went out we had plans to go somewhere else. And I ended up having like car trouble or whatever. And I was like, look, I'm just getting back. I'm unable to, I want to get ready. I want to do stuff. I think I mentioned this on the last podcast. Can we just do something more casual? And we ended up at Flanagan's.
Flanny's is the place.
Flanny's is in the place. So on Story is Life, he is known as Flanagan's Man. Because we don't reveal names. And I know that you've done a couple of, where we hide people's names and stuff like that. And I didn't think that from that first date, we would have gone anywhere. Because I did all the talking. I had just eaten, so I was like, look, I'll go have a drink with you, but I'm really not going to eat. He had his meal. I sat across with him. I talked way too much. And he listened. But he listened. It wasn't like he was just letting me hablar por hablar. Like,
he was interested in learning who you are as a woman.
There was things that I said that night that he still brings out and remembers from that conversation.
Oh, that goes a long way, right?
But I really thought nothing of it.
It's like, that's when it's like, oh my God, you're paying attention.
Yes. He did not walk me to my car. And I was like, oh, this guy's not interested. That's it. We're done.
That is a turn off.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But he was smart. He was actually giving me my space. He didn't want that awkward, do I kiss her? Do I not? Like, you know what I mean?
It's interesting, and I'm going to interrupt now because I think that this is an important thing to kind of elaborate a little bit more on. And because I, like you, feel that if a guy goes out with you for the first time and you guys have a click, even if you don't have a click, it's just manners.
Yeah.
At that point, manly, it's right etiquette. Walk me to my car. And just make sure that I get, even if my car is right next, 3 cars away from yours, just walk me toward my car and just let me go in and never talk to me again.
So I really thought, based off of that he just wasn't interested. And I was like, all right,
because that is what we will think. We're like, oh, he didn't walk me to my car.
Yes.
You could be Brad Pitt. Well, maybe if you're Brad Pitt, we might let it go.
We'll let it slide,
But yes,
But yeah.
yes.